Alright guys, here again, going on another test drive. Sorry for the AC, but it is hot. Just popped up on the map was 2009 red BMW Convertible. Now of course I didn't really want a convertible because of really where my car sits. It just gets non-stop debris from this tree. But I mean, I guess it is what it is. I'm gonna at least test drive it just to see if I like it. Because you never know. I mean, I may love it. I don't know. But I don't plan on taking any chances with it since the BMW. Look at this sun. And it is the sport package, so it has staggered wheels. It has the better grip in the rear versus the just the base model. So it is the sport package. It looks really clean. It's missing one little washer fluid bumper piece that's, I guess you can get on eBay and then paint it, but I don't care about that. I mean, it's no big deal. It's just like that, one of those little blocky things. So depending on how well it drives, since I now have a baseline about what I want, how I want a car to drive, specifically being the Hyundai Genesis, which honestly I think it's a little bit of an underrated car. It actually ran better than I expected as far as handling. And if this doesn't work out, or if it's one of those things where, like, they offer an extended warranty, but really, I mean, actually I don't trust any dealerships, period, to really help you with extended warranties. And I would buy it if it was like $1,000, but I doubt it's $1,000. It's probably like probably a lot more. I'd have to really, read specifics. I have to go home and look it over. It's just one of those things. So, I know BMWs, man, they can be a nightmare or they can be completely fine. It depends on how well the previous owner took care of the car. So, like, whereas my car is so low miles, you don't have to do anything with it. It's already ready to go. I mean, if anybody takes this car as a trade-in, all they have to do is stick it on the lot. Now, I do have something funny to admit to you guys. Depending on how nice a dealership is to me, I'm just going to set this on cruise control. Now, my access port is technically not part of the vehicle. If I was to private sell this car for, $24,000 or $25,000, it's really worth like $26,000 because of the mods and the low miles. It's easily $26,000. The only reason I don't do that is simply because it's. Someone had said you don't get tax breaks. Like when you trade in a car, there's some sort of tax breaks. I don't know if that's true, but maybe maybe I have to pay tax if I sell my car for $26,000. I have to pay tax on that to the DMV or whatever it is. So I have to look into it. There's just stuff I've never looked into. So let's see. This is actually where I want to get off. Maybe the guy can explain it to me better here. Or, I mean, I have a buddy I can call that would know more. I got slow pokes here, so I have to get off now so early. And, I mean, I had set my heart on the Hyundai Genesis. However, not many are really popping up other than the gray one I drove, where the front simply asked him, I'm like, well, I know I had the issue with the steering, and he's like, someone else is going to come and test drive it, and if they also feel it, then, you know, maybe we'll go get the tires rebalanced. But the way they were treating me, and this is the Napleton Hyundai next to me, in Northlake, not the Kia, but the actual Hyundai dealership. The way they were treating me before was like, oh, we can't spare anything, we can't do this, we can't do that, and that's fine because the white car sold. I could have got the white car, guys. I really could have. It was just something on principle was telling me not to do it, which may or may not have been a good idea, but seeing that I really liked how the car drove. Aside from the steering, I wasn't the craziest about the steering. I love my steering. And depending on the BMW, you know, maybe I'll like. Now the BMW 135 is a very small, quick car. I may like this even more, and it's cheaper. It's just that maintenance cost, guys. And even the guy told me, he's like, yeah, you know, if a turbo goes out on this car, it's got 45,000 miles. I mean, a turbo should not go anywhere near. I've had turbos on cars last, you know, 75,000 miles, no problem. And I'm probably not going to drive this car very much. So if it's not a finicky car and it's been taken care of and it hasn't been beat on, it's low miles for 2009. So obviously the guy who owned it, maybe I can get some information. Maybe he didn't drive it hard, and in that in that aspect, maybe it's fine. So when I get to this dealership, guys, I'll show you. I'll do some more video. And all right, guys. So I'm here. It's not the place I thought it was. I thought it was this really high-end place. But I haven't been in this area. This is like a Tequesta/Jupiter area in a while. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's like a Tequesta/Jupiter area that I haven't been in for a while. So it basically, if you can see behind me, there's used cars back here. You know, it's not a big place, but it's not like a really small place either. So I'm gonna turn the camera around so we can try to find the BMW, so I can get some close-up pictures, video, whatnot. So see you then. All right, well, here it is. That's what I was talking about. This is missing. That's about it. I mean, you could really just cover that with anything. I don't know why that would fly off, to be honest with you. But I mean, I guess water, like if it's raining, water can get in there and cause issues. But and then that's what it should look like. I think it pops up and sprays water. But yeah, I'm trying to look at body panels. Well, that's just the hood. Yeah, the hood goes lower on both sides. So, but honestly, straight out looking at it, it actually has got very, very nice paint for the year. Don't know about the top. I think they, as long as it doesn't leak, it's really all I care about, because I'll probably never take it down. And even if I do, it won't be for long, because in Florida here, it could rain on a lickety split. It's actually got, it's got very good tires in the back. I'm fully satisfied with those tires in the back, definitely. Some nice exhaust. Haven't heard it yet, but see, it does have a little bit of cracking here on this this rear light for whatever reason, but I'm sure that's probably a very cheap fix if I really wanted to bother fixing it, that is. But it's so small. It almost is it's smaller than my car, I would say. Extreme Contact DSW. So these aren't exactly the tires that I would get, but I think they're good enough to where I would leave them. I'm trying to really get see how deep they are. They're deep. No need to waste money on tires right away. Check out the fronts. Yeah, it's got that lip. Oh, these are Pilot Sport AS3, so they're different. So the fronts are a little worse, I would say. Yeah, definitely. Might need fronts, but you should always have 4 of the same tires. So let's see if they're at least still Michelin Sports up here. Yeah, these are still the AS3s here. A little wear on the side there. I haven't asked the guy if it needs an alignment, but that's what the test drive's for. Just checking the brakes. Overall, though, looks pretty good. I'll get inside. I don't know if it's unlocked or not. Probably isn't. They have actually a little Miata here too. Way too underpowered for me though. Let's see if it's locked. And it is locked. Okay, so I can't look inside other than just get a quick glance. Looks pretty good. Actually looks very good. The steering wheel has an M badge on it, so that does mean it's the sport version. Although the stereo there is very antiquated, so it doesn't even have that computer screen. But less to brake. So I'll see if it takes a USB stick, and then I'm gonna go on for a test drive. See, this is gonna be like what my car will look like, just bird crap all over the top. Alright guys, well they're letting me take this puppy out by myself. So, light works. Light works, it's dim. That works. I'm not going to deal with the top until if I was like dead serious about getting this. Of course, there's got to be some sort of traction control somewhere, right? I don't see it. I know it exists, but I really cannot find it. Oh, okay. Wait a second. Alright guys, oh there it is. There we go. It's fully. I believe that is fully off. Let's go for a test drive, guys. I can't film, obviously, really, while I'm driving, but I'll let you know how it feels. All right, guys. So I test drove the 135, and I really liked it. It's fast. Let's just say it's fast. Is it on par with the handling of the Genesis Coupe? It's difficult to say because they ride completely different, but the BMW felt faster, so you know there's a little bit of trade-off there. And this is cheaper, and there's no dealer fees, so in the end I'm getting probably a technically better car, even though you know paying it off is. I mean, paying for repairs is really where you're screwed. But either way, Capital One declined me. So he said the best route is really to. Actually, I sort of wanted to go that way. Now you know I might take PGA back, but I'm not going all the way down US 1 like I did when I got here. I'm definitely going to go back the other way. But it drove nice. It's beautiful. I mean, as far as looks, definitely better than the Hyundai. If you're talking about like an eye turner, this is a red Beamer. It was fast. Like, I'm talking, like, I went over this exact road that I'm going right now, and I literally was going 80 miles an hour, like, instantly. Like, not even, the car was not even trying. And, like, and I'm not even used to it. And it wasn't in drive mode. He says it sort of is better in drive mode, but I had it in sport mode. I mean, that's an inline six, so, and with the twin turbos. Now, you just gotta pray to God you don't blow a turbo in that car. So, it didn't really seem to want to get loose on me. Like the rear end, like in the Genesis, really got loose, like quick. But it did get, it's just the way that the Genesis handled, there's something about it I really like. But it's a way less forgiving ride, whereas if you just want to cruise around in the Beamer, you know, you got no problems. Just get like, you know, just get the tires like 100% checked, make sure all the air's in the tires, you know. Let's see, 95, yes, this is the way I'm gonna go. So, I think there's still a USB port in the BMW, and I don't know if it's gonna play all my music, but it did have a really good sounding system, and it is the Sport Coupe, so it had the better tires, probably better suspension, although I believe it could have been a little more stiff. Maybe it needs some new shocks. That's a possibility. Oh yeah, it's faster than this car, guys. It's faster than this car. Because I was going uphill in that car, and I was accelerating, and the AC was on. The AC in four bangers really seems to affect the power delivery for some reason. I don't know. Jesus. I don't know if that's just Subarus. It also was in my GSX, my '93 Mitsubishi GSX. If the AC was on, you lost tons of power. The AC was blasting on me in this BMW, and there was no power loss. So, I don't know how people smoke on motorcycles. Like, they smoke on motorcycles. You know, the smoke would be blowing in your face, especially when you're driving. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, can't you just drive your motorcycle without smoking? Like, I mean, geez, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Are you that desperate? I think I'm gonna go to Culver's and get some chicken tenders. Well, now my car seems kind of slow. I'll be honest. Don't forget the BMWs are underrated, so they rate the power more for actual wheel horsepower. God, I can't even talk. Wheel horsepower. I don't know what this guy's doing. Stopping for some reason. So, since BMW rates their cars more at the wheels, you can definitely tell, because if it was just like a 300, you know, rated horsepower car with 300 torque, technically my car should feel torqueier, but it really doesn't. You can tell I've been talking too much, guys. I'm like, my mouth is tired of talking. So he said he's gonna call me back to see if I'm even gonna get approved. I may not even get approved. What's this guy doing? Well, you know, it's screwed. I'm not. I don't need to eat there. I can always just get something near me. Let's see how good of a shift I can get. That wasn't bad. Oh, Vitamin Shop has something I want though. I'll have to hit them up. Now, it's kind of funny because honestly, when I'm driving my car after driving that Beamer, my suspension does feel a little better. Which in the Genesis wasn't the case. It's just those dealer fees. Like, these guys don't have dealer fees because they're a private little place, and they're still willing to give me $21,000. And the guy's like, you know what? I really would give you 20 because it doesn't have cats. And he's like, it's not really a good thing for these little places to, you know, buy cars or even sell them without their catalytic converters. I don't know if it's actually legal in that aspect. But yet no other place has really even complained about it. So it's just like one of those things where I said, dude, I said, it is what it is. It's not going to throw out codes because you're going to have my access port. And for these guys, I definitely would give them my access port because they're so cool. And they do offer extended warranties. However, I don't know if I trust those at all. And you're supposed to honestly get BMWs pre-purchase inspected, but I drove it and the engine sounded flawless. There's nothing wrong with the engine. And it was way faster than the other three. I only got 5 hours of sleep today, so anyway, it felt faster than the other 335 I drove, even though it's older. So there's not many bells and whistles in it. It's just like you get in it, you go. I do like my seating position better in this car. I mean, sadly, guys, I have to say that, like, for some unknown reason, I just like the Genesis Coupe a little better, and it doesn't make sense. I guess it really isn't all about the speed. It's something about how you sit in the Genesis, and it just feels like a more true, 100% true sports car. The BMW, I'm driving it around, and it almost felt like a sort of slash luxury car. It didn't feel precise enough to where I felt like I'm driving some rock solid sports car, which is sort of really what I want. But, you know, I think the tires may have been a little low in the back, without checking 100%, but like, I would definitely not, I could still afford to get tires for it, let's just put it that way. Basically, I put $5,000 down. It's going to be a very low monthly payment if this even works, right? If it even works. And then it's not about the power. The car I would not touch, it's fine. It's just about the handling. You know, do I need to get shocks, or do I need to get, install an upgraded sway bar or whatever for the car? It felt, I want to say that it felt just a tad soft, but I feel that, like, I like my tires overinflated a little bit. Like if the specs say 32 or 35, or 35 or 32, I like to put 40, 38. I like to ride a little more stiff. So that's not like. Anyways, guys, that's my update. I'll let you know if the approval rating even goes through. So that'll be that. Peace. I gotta call my insurance company and see how much this car is even gonna be to insure. That's gonna be a step too, because if it's too much, then it's a no-go. Peace out, guys.